Hey everyone, I'm Dana. I am the owner of Mind Body Healthy, and I'm the founder of the energy and hormonal rebalance system that helps busy women battling chronic fatigue and adrenal burnout take back control of their health and get back their energy. And it is my mission to help women understand what's going on inside their own bodies so that they can take back control, ask better questions, and actually get results. This is how I fixed my fatigue. I was told there was nothing anyone could do for me. And yet, here I am, so much more energized and focused and happy and living the life I love. So that's what I want for every woman out there. And I am here to help answer questions and get you on your way. So let's get started on today's energy boosting topic. I am all about focusing on the root cause of chronic fatigue or burnout so that you can get the fastest, most long-lasting results possible. And that means breaking the fatigue cycle between a maladaptive stress response and chronic low-grade inflammation, right? If you've been following me for a while, you've probably heard this. Well, there's a little caveat here because both chronic stress and inflammation can also be triggered by poor gut health. Stress is usually the main cause of poor gut health, so it's kind of a catch-22. Where do you begin? Well, in the world of holistic nutrition and natural nutrition, all health begins with a healthy gut. So we really can't ignore this important system while fixing fatigue. And truthfully, if you can fix your gut health before fixing fatigue, you'll notice improvements a lot faster. However, again, chronic stress causes poor gut health, so it's best to do these two things in tandem. So let's talk about gut health today and how you can start to build up a stronger, healthier, more absorbent gut, okay? So why is gut health so important? Because your body runs on nutrients. And if the nutrients you take in from the whole foods that you're eating aren't broken down and absorbed properly, your organs and your tissues aren't going to get what they need. So they'll be malnourished, even if you're eating a healthy, abundant diet. And if your colon isn't eliminating the waste efficiently, toxins and hormones and all kinds of junk can get reabsorbed, creating further problems like brain fog, skin issues, aches and pains, and more inflammation. This is why we have to look at the whole body when reversing chronic health problems instead of just doing the symptom-specific treatments that don't fix the whole conglomerate of issues. So the very first place to check is how well your stomach is producing acid. You can do a very quick home test for this. Very first thing in the morning before you've had anything else to eat or drink, combine a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda with about 4 ounces of room temperature water. Drink this, start a timer. If you notice burping or sort of, feelings of burping within about 30 seconds, this is an indication you have high stomach acid, which is also potentially a problem too. So that's another issue. If you burp between 30 and 60 seconds, this is an indication that your stomach acid is all good. And if you burp after 60 seconds or not at all, it's low. Now, most women with chronic fatigue or burnout have low stomach acid because of the stress response that shuts down or drastically slows down digestion, which prevents your stomach from producing acid. And a lot of women will be put on antacids and medications to lower stomach acid because low stomach acid manifests as high stomach acid, which is not good for your health either, right? You're already producing low stomach acid and you're on these meds to lower it even further. This is just going to make yourself very frustrated and confused. So always make sure you're taking the right medication for this problem. Do this little test before you take any high stomach acid meds. I had a client who had been diagnosed with high stomach acid or GERD years ago. And so she'd been put on the medication for that. And she was just progressively getting worse with her fatigue and everything. and it's not just fatigue, it's anxiety, neurotransmitter issues. Um, well, there's serotonin is produced in the gut too, so that is very connected to the brain. Anyway, when she started working with me and I did an assessment of her scores came back on this assessment we do, came back as extremely low stomach acid and no indication to me that her stomach acid was too high. So in conjunction with her medication, I helped her improve her stomach acid levels, and she was finally able to feel more energy, and her stomach issues went away. And she was able to get off of the GERD medication that was not helping her. All right. So every single client I work with comes in with low stomach acid. It's just a fact of life with this stress. So we're going to start talking about this first, okay? So when it comes to making sure you have the healthiest gut ever, here are 8 steps that you can do to improve your health, take back control of your gut health. So step 1, make sure you're chewing every single bite of food you have very, 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 very well, especially the protein. It's a good idea to incorporate some more smoothies or soups or broths or just, broken down foods into your diet if you have low stomach acid, just to help the stomach acid out. Do this for 2 or 3 weeks, and this can really just give the stomach a little bit of a break. It's not breaking down as much foods. And always eat well away from distractions or stress. Step 2, you can help your stomach acid out by drinking a glass of water with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in it about 5 to 10 minutes before your meals. And I know it tastes terrible, but it works. Just shoot it back. Not my favorite either, but definitely has helped me in the past to improve my own stomach acid. And then while you're eating, only take a few small sips of fluid with the meals, because liquid with your food will actually dilute the stomach acid that you have. It's a bad habit we all probably got into growing up, drinking with meals, right? I look at my husband. He has got, from my review of his health, he has never got this diagnosed by a medical doctor, but I know he has some major gut inflammation and imbalances happening. This guy will drink like 4 large Diet Cokes and then sometimes orange juice or water with his meals. We will go out to a pub and he'll have 3 glasses of water before I'm even finished half of mine. And it's just, it's not good for his gut. Now, step 3, make sure you're increasing your intake of fermented foods or fiber, preferably both. I will give you a little tidbit that I've learned recently. Squash. Squash is an excellent fiber to eat more of because it generally doesn't cause gas or bloating like cruciferous vegetables do. Plus, it's pretty hydrating to bulk up the stool. So if you're constipated, this can really help get things going. Also, make sure you're adding some more ground flax seeds to your diet daily to feed probiotics in the gut. So fermented foods contain probiotics, which build up the gut microbiome. Prebiotics, fiber, keeps that fed so it continually grows for you and stays healthy and balanced. Step 4, drink 3 to 4 liters of water outside of meals every day, especially if you're constipated. If you have had your gallbladder removed and or you struggle with estrogen dominance, try taking a digestive enzyme with ox bile in it, just to help deal with the liver gallbladder inefficiency. Step 5, if inflammatory bowel or intestinal problems are something you struggle with, you can start drinking some bone broth daily, about 2 or 3 cups. It's pretty good as a drink on its own if you get a good recipe from usually a locally sourced bone broth company is best. I find that just the fresher the bone broth, the better it tastes. But you can use it as a soup base if you prefer, and add some vegetables or something. Bone broth contains collagen and nutrients that calm the intestinal wall lining and help it to heal. So one problem with a lot of us is that we have inflammatory intestines, which can cause leaky gut and then cause inflammation inside the body. Step 6, if you have candida or irritable bowel disease, try eating a diet that is known as a specific carbohydrate diet. It allows only some very specific carbohydrates that don't cause the irritation and inflammation. It works for vegans and meat eaters, so find something that aligns with your needs or preferences. It's a specific carbohydrate diet. Just tell you again. A lot of women choose low FODMAP diet, but that can make things worse because of the lack of important nutrients to reverse the inflammation and build up a healthy gut microbiome. Of course, you do what's best for you, but if the low FODMAPs isn't working for you, try a specific carbohydrate diet instead for 3 to 4 weeks. Step 7, for really bad inflammation in the gut, try L-glutamate as a supplement and a daily probiotic with at least 10 billion CFU, but not more than 25 billion CFU, unless you've been directed otherwise. Because over 25 billion can be really hard on the gut that's in distress, can cause nausea and stuff like that, and it's not fun. If you can't eat a lot of fiber right now, try a prebiotic supplement. And a word of caution with supplements at this point. If your gut is inflamed, it is not going to be able to break down the capsules or tablets, and they'll just mostly flush right through. So make sure you're choosing powders or liquids until your gut is feeling better. The absorbency rate is much, much higher. And step 8, start working on rebalancing your stress hormones, your stress response. Strengthen that maladaptive stress response, reverse it, refuel your nutrient gaps that stress is causing, reduce overall inflammation in the body, rebalance your nervous system. And as you work through these, you'll start to strengthen your mitochondria and regain your energy. So, all right, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can post them below. You can reach out to me via my website. Full disclosure, my expertise is on reversing chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue. And I have the knowledge and education to help my clients through digestive problems. But if you have something more severe like SIBO or candida or other serious inflammatory gut issues, and this stuff isn't helping, you may want to seek out a gut health expert as well. They've been through what you're going through, whereas I have not. I have only been through chronic fatigue and burnout and acne. I've fixed acne too, so I'm good with detoxification. But if you have any questions, I can definitely guide you, and if needed, put you in contact with someone that I know who is a gut health expert. All right, have a good day.